Well, I met my match on rolling that one from a flat surface up. I just couldn't budge it. Welcome back to another video of our Dream in the Woods. It's mid-March. This is my last day off before I have my hernia surgery. And we're at the very start of mud season, which it rained all day yesterday, and some of the snowpack has started to melt off. Still able to get around just fine with the skid steer, but I kind of strategically planned this surgery. I have to be basically off for 4 weeks without lifting anything. So hopefully within 4 weeks, most of the snow's gone and the ground's firmed up to where we can run machinery on it. So anyway, today I'm gonna mill this last larch. I milled the middle section of that log or that tree a couple of days ago, and my goal is to get 2x6 and 2x4 material. Actually, I'm going to make it 1.5 inches by full 4 and full 6, and we'll see how much this log yields. Just a few weeks ago it was standing, so it's pretty green still. I counted the rings on the butt, and this tree is approximately 70 to 75 years old. So we'll try to pay it respect by milling it up and keeping it here on the property. And looking forward to see what's inside. The little statistics on this log: it's a little over 15 inch diameter at the small end. It's got quite a bow to it there. I tried to level out the top here when I was doing the jack, so we'll see. So 15 inch diameter log. I should be able to get a cant that is square, 10.6, so maybe I'll be able to squeeze that out to 11 and then make dimensional lumber after that. So I saw this on another channel. If you call this guy, his name's Robert, say that you want one of these, and he's old school. He just says $15 in an envelope and send it to him, and he'll send you a magnetic chart for your mill. So it's kind of handy, and he did, so it's pretty cool. There'll be quite a bit of waste at the end there, but we'll be able to get a nice square can out of this log. Now this next part, rolling a log this big, it stinks. I mean, by yourself, I think even with 2 people, I need to roll it that way. The stops need to come up as high as possible. It's just heavy and awkward, and you're probably thinking, well, you're going in for hernia surgery, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. This part isn't bugging me, and I actually got the hernia from coughing so much. So now whether it will hurt me 5 weeks from now and I'm manhandling these things, I don't know. Well, today it's not, so we're doing it. So a little decision time on this log here. I made that 12 inches, actually a little bit more than 12 inches, so I could cut two 6-inch pieces out of it. It is pretty narrow in the center. This wood's going towards framing and stuff on this, to brace the top and then to frame in this closed in space at the end of the cover here. So instead of taking another slice off of it, I'm going to leave it as is, and then I'll be able to cut 1.5 by 2-inch boards out of the center, and then I'll have some weighing, and then I'll have to decide what to do with the other boards. But kind of when you're doing this, you're just trying to decide what best use of the log is. This also has a pretty good size curve to it that I've cut out primarily, but there'll be a bunch of this butt that'll have to be shaved off. So anyway, that's a little decision point there when cutting this log and trying to maximize what I'm going to get out of it. Well, I met my match on rolling that one from a flat surface up. I just couldn't budge it. So that was the first time I've ever moved a log with the skid steer. You can kind of see where I bound it because I wanted this side up because the other side is more flat. This one has the biggest bow here. So anyway, I had to use the PV to get it nice and square to the bunk, but it's on there. Went ahead and put every single one of my log stops up because it's such a heavy log, and I didn't have to raise it very far with the jack down here. It seemed relatively flat on that surface. So anyway, it takes more time, but that was the only way to do that for sure. So the big test here, we'll see if I can turn this. I shaved 2 boards off of this just to make it a little lighter off of this side that's sitting over here. So, but still a lot of log there. I guess I'll go this way. Oh yeah. I wouldn't say easy, but it's gonna go. Just use this little 3x3 to throw underneath it once I kind of get it to go, just to kind of keep it there. So determining that or where to start here, that is kind of dictated by the chart. And so I'm cutting 1.5 inch material. So I'm using this line right here. And so I want to start on the line. So the next time I come through, I go up to the next line, and then I'll be raring to go for a 1.5 inch piece. So once you're to this point, that's an easy way to know where to make that cut, because it looks like I'm a little taking too much meat off the top of there, but in the end that'll save me a whole cut, because then I'll be good to go 1.5 inches per board all the way down through that log there. Many of you might be asking, you know, why am I cutting this primo larch into construction grade 1.5 by 6s, and that's partly that I don't have very much larch on the property, and I'm kind of trying to match species to my projects, and so that's the main reason. If this was a nice Doug fir, I'd be trying to save this as a beam. If I had a lot of larch and places to store it, I would be saving this for something different, but I don't. So just wanted to show you the grain here on that. It's pretty sweet looking. So I ended up with, there's 4 boards here and then 4 boards there, right? Yeah, so I have 8 boards, and so now I'm going to flip those up on edge, and this is just a tad bit over 12 inches, so that's enough for a saw blade, so it'll be a true 1.5 by 6. And then the ones with the wane on it, the bark, and I'm gonna recut those into 2x4s and slice that off, because I do need some 2x4 material also. So I'll get a bunch of 2x6s and a fair amount of 2x4s out of this log. Man, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 and 8, 16, 2x6 by 21 foot. So now I'll pick out all the good 2x6s, put them aside, they're finished, and then I'll edge the ones that are like this down to 2x4. And so not sure how many of those I'll get, but quite a few, and that log will be complete. Well, there's the net out of that log. There is 12 2x6 by 21 feet. Well, it's 1.5 inch by 6 inch, and then 4 1.5 by 4 inch by 21 feet. So a good job of lumber there. I did see that some of those have some wavy cuts to them, and I am having a problem with a vibration or a kind of a wiggle in that saw head that I'm going to have to do some reading about. I know there's some shims in there that could be tightened up. I haven't ran it that long, but it's generally been doing good, but it definitely has a shake to it that could be better. Yeah, thanks for watching today's video. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that alert button, and it helps the channel grow, so appreciate it. And that was the last log of that larch. I guess there is a few top pieces there, but that was the primo of that larch log that we fell just about 2 weeks ago. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Have a good day. Pretty cool taking a log that I was thinking about just doing firewood out of for my dad to some functional lumber to make a project. So next is making the bench.